Hello friends, today I am going to discuss solid state microwave device TRAPET diode. Now TRAPET means TRA for trapped, P for the plasma, A avalanche, this T for the triggered and this for transit. So we can say TRAPET plasma avalanche triggered transit diode. This diode also belongs to same basic family as the impact diode, but it provides a number of advantages in some of the applications. Normally, TRAPET diode is used as microwave oscillator. It has the advantage of greater level of efficiency when compared to the impact microwave diode. Typically, DC to RF signal conversion efficiency may be in the region of 20 to 60%, which is particularly high. TRAPET diode is based around the initial concept of impact, but it has been enhanced by increasing the doping level between junction and the anode. Typically, the construction of device consists of P plus N, N plus. As we can see here, this is P plus, this is N plus, and this is N. Although where for higher power levels, N plus P and P plus structure is better. Silicon is also typically used in the fabrication of these particular devices. The TRAPET is excited using a current pulse, square wave current drive here. This causes the electric field to increase to a critical value where avalanche multiplication occurs. At this point, the field collapses locally due to the generated plasma. The separation and drift of electrons and holes are then driven by a very much smaller field. It virtually appears that they have been trapped behind with a velocity smaller than the saturation velocity. After the plasma spreads across the whole active region, the holes and the electrons begin to drift to the opposite terminals, and then the electric field begins to rise again. The criteria of operation in TRAPET is that the avalanche front advances faster than the saturation velocity of the carriers. In general, it exceeds the saturation value by a factor of around 3. Here, it is worth mentioning that the TRAPET mode does not depend upon the injection phase delay. Also, as the TRAPET diode is biased beyond its breakdown point, the current density is larger than that of an impact. This decreases the field in the space charge region and increases the transit time. As a result, the frequency of operation is typically below about 10 GHz. Now let us discuss all these things, the basic concepts of operation of a TRAPET diode in detail. Now let us see the operation of a TRAPET diode. A high field avalanche zone propagates through the diode and fills the depletion region with a dense plasma of electrons and holes that become trapped in low field region behind this zone. Now in this particular figure, we can see this A to B region. This shows the charging. B to C shows the plasma formation. This D2E region, this shows the plasma extraction. E to F, this shows residual extraction, and this FG shows the charging. Now let us discuss it. At point A, the electric field is uniform throughout the sample and its magnitude is large but less than the value required for avalanche breakdown. At A, charge carriers due to thermal generation results in charging of the diode like a linear capacitance. This AB drives the magnitude of electric field above breakdown voltage. Now, when a significant number of carriers are generated, the particle currents exceed the external current and the electric field is depressed throughout the depletion region, causing the voltage to decrease. That can be seen from this B to C region. Here the voltage is decreasing. During this time, the interval of electric field is sufficiently large for the avalanche to continue and a dense plasma of electrons and holes is created. As some of the electrons and holes drift out of the ends of the depletion layer, the field is further depressed and traps the remaining plasma. The voltage decreases to point D. Up to this point we can see the voltage is decreasing. As long time is required to remove the plasma because the total plasma charge is large compared to the charge per unit time in the external current. Now at this point E, the plasma is removed but a residual charge of electrons remain in one end of the depletion layer and a residual charge of holes in the other end. As the residual charge is removed, the voltage increases from point E to point F. After residual charge has been removed, then we can see in this portion of the curve the voltage is increasing. Now at point F, all the charge that was generated internally has been removed. Thus, charge must be greater than or equal to that supplied by the external current, otherwise the voltage will exceed that at point A. From point F, this point F, to this point G, the diode charges up again like a fixed capacitor. So here from G to F, the diode is again going to charge. At point G, this point, the diode current goes to 0 for half a period, 2 by 2, this is the half the period, and the voltage remains constant. We can see here the constant voltage up to this point to this point at VA until the current comes back on and the cycle repeats. Now the avalanche zone velocity, this velocity, avalanche zone velocity, is given by this formula. Here Vz is the avalanche zone velocity. It is given by dx by dt which is further equals to J over Q into Na, where this J is the current density, Q is the electron charge, and Na is the doping concentration. The avalanche zone or avalanche shock front will quickly sweep across most of the diode, and the transit time of the carrier is given by this formula, tau s equals to L over Vs, where this L is the length of the specimen and this Vs is the saturated carrier drift velocity. Now the transit time is also being used in this device. The transit time here is the time between injection and the collection. The time delay of the carriers in transit is utilized to obtain a current phase shift suitable for the oscillation purpose. So now let us see the configuration of TRAPET in a circuit. Here, this is in this particular circuit, this is packed TRAPET unit. This is the microwave low pass filter. This section is the slotted tuning circuit with window inductance and the capacitance, and this is the load. Here, this capital L, this L is the packed inductance, and this C is the epitaxed bulk capacitance. So in this circuit, TRAPET is reverse bias diode with a package tuning circuit consisting of this L and C. TRAPET is mounted at one end of the microwave transmission line. L is the gold wire inductance and C is the bulk capacitance. The traveling wave type microwave low pass filter is located at lambda G by 2 from the chip. The cutoff frequency of this filter is kept just above the TRAPET oscillator frequency. A negative going pulse propagates down the line from the diode to the LPF. The low pass filter presents a short circuit to the harmonic of the pulse and reflect a positive going voltage back to the diode. This triggers the diode action again as soon as plasma, means the excess charge carrier, cause space charge. So until plasma is cleared, the oscillations will continue thereafter. Now let us discuss some of the specification of this TRAPET diode. Now here the continuous wave power is between 1 to 3 watt, between 8 gigahertz to 0.5 gigahertz frequency range. Pulse power 1.2 kilowatt at 1.1 gigahertz. The operating voltage is 60 to 150 volt. Efficiency, typical efficiency 15 to 40%. Noise figure is generally greater than 330 dB, and the frequency is between 3 to 50 gigahertz. Now coming to the application part, these type of devices find application in low power Doppler radars or as local oscillator for radars. They are also being used in microwave beacon landing system, also in radio altimeter and in phase array radars. So these are some of the application of this TRAPET diode. So we concluded that Although the TRAPET diode provides a much higher level of efficiency than IMPET, its major disadvantage is that the noise level on the signal are even higher than they are when using an IMPET. Also, it has very high level of harmonics as a result of short current pulses that are used. And a balance need to be made between the different options according to the particular application of these type of devices. So friends, this was a brief description about TRAPET diode. We have studied the basic concept of this diode, its construction, operation as a circuit element. We have also studied the specification of this TRAPET diode, the application, and the advantages and the disadvantages related to the TRAPET diode in comparison to the IMPET diode. So this is all for today's lecture. Thanks for listening to the lecture. Have a very nice day.